Welcome back, students. We are looking at the closed sets, and we have seen the definition of closed sets in the previous video. We have seen some examples, and I asked you some questions. I hope you have answered that. What are the closed sets in cofinite topology? Then what are the closed sets in discrete topology? What are the closed sets in indiscrete topology? And this is interesting. This is where we have to think about, right? Check the definition of closed sets, how we define it, and now here if you see this R instead of real line, it's a real line instead of all the real numbers, and here we have ordered pairs. So check whether it's a subset, and then you can check whether it's closed or not. What I mean to say is, if you have a space X and if you have a set A which is a subset of X, then the question of whether it's open, whether it's closed will come into picture, right? Now here I have taken all the real numbers and I have taken all the ordered tuples in R2, right? X comma y, where X and Y are real numbers. First you need to check whether it's a subset, and then you check whether it's open, whether it's closed, or some other like connected, compact. Then the next question will come, right? So think about this problem. And then as a counterpart for open sets, we have proved these three statements. We have proved that X and empty sets are closed set. The finite union of a closed set is closed set, and arbitrary intersection of closed set is closed sets. In fact, we have written the proof of it. Alright. And then very interestingly, the way we have for open set, like we have a subspace, say, let me write it over here. We have a whole space X and we have a subspace of X, right? A set U is open in Y, that is U belongs to tau Y. Tau Y is the topology on Y. That's called subspace topology. Now U belongs to tau Y means U is open in tau Y if there exists open set V belongs to tau which is open in X, such that you can write a U as V intersection Y, and this is for your open set. Similarly, we have the result for closed set. Let me read out the statement for you. Let X comma tau be a topological space and Y is a subset of X, and tau Y is a subspace topology. So we are dealing with a subspace topology, and in this Y we take a set A. So a set A subset of Y is closed in Y if and only if there exists a closed set B in X such that A can be written as B intersection Y, and this is how we have drawn the diagram. Okay, yes, I have explained this for the open set. In the previous video, I have explained this for the open set if I am not wrong. Alright, now here we have a whole space X, and there is a subset of Y, subset of X, that is Y, which is a subspace, and we have taken a subset of Y. Now if this A is open in Y if and only if there exists an open set U in X, so this U is open in X such that you can write A as U intersection with Y. So if you see, the intersection will be this part. Okay, intersection will be precisely E. Similarly, we will go for the closed set. So let's write the proof of this statement. Now again, you remember that this is if and only if statement. So there are two parts. Okay, so first we will assume that we will assume that a subset of Y is closed in Y. So let A be closed in Y. Let me first put up a diagram. So this is what we have. This is the whole space X, and in X you have a subspace Y. Okay, in Y, let me write somewhere this side. Help us in the previous things. We have some Y here. In Y we are taking a subset of Y, so let me take a subset say here somewhere E, of y. Okay, so we have y and we have a. So we assume that a is closed in y. So a is closed in y means the way we have defined a closed set, this implies the complement of a will be open in y, and we have to take the complement of a in y. So this implies y difference a, the complement of a is open in y. Okay, now again something is open in y. Y is a subspace topology for of x, tau y is a subspace topology, and we have some open set in y. What does that mean? This implies there exists an open set, say let us take u, open set u, and that open set is in x, such that we can write this open set such that y difference a can be written as y intersection u. That's what we have just discussed. Okay, so let me write u. We use this red color. Okay, so y difference a. So y difference a is the outside part. Y, from y we are removing a. Okay, so this part. This can be written as y intersection u. So where will be u? We just write and we will see. Suppose your u is here somewhere. So is this possible? Just analyze the situation. Even the diagrams you have to draw properly. So if my u, if our u is here, then can you write y difference a as y intersection u? Not possible, because when you take y intersection u, you will have a, but you won't need the complement of a. So whatever diagram we have drawn is not proper, so we have to again change it. So how will be u? When you take the intersection of y with u, you have to get this part. So precisely you will have our u as something like this, right? This is our u including this part. So when you take the intersection of this red color and this y, you will precisely have this part, and this is nothing but your y difference e. Okay, so let's move further. Now since we have this u open in x, since u is open in x, this implies x difference u is closed in x, right? U is open in x means x difference u is closed in x. So if you see what is x difference u, let me use bicolor now. X difference u will be this part outside u, this entire part outside the red color, because red color is your u. And again you remember what's your aim. Our aim is to find a closed set which is in x such that you can write a as b intersection y. Okay, and from this diagram you can make it out what will be your closed set, because if you take this x difference u, which we have already stated that it's closed, so this shaded part, and when you take the intersection of this shaded part with y, you will have precisely this portion which is a. Okay, so let us take this set to be some set, say let b. So let b is equals to x difference u, and we show that this b is our required closed set. Not necessarily you have to take b, you can start with x difference u itself, no problem, right? So let we have taken this x difference u as b, and our claim now, our claim is we can write a as b intersection y. From the diagram it's clear, right? This is your b, which is the white shaded part, intersection with y is yellow part. When you take the intersection you will have this part, and this is nothing but a. So from diagram it's very much clear. But here we have to write it systematically. Now here we have to show that two sets are equal. And to show that two sets are equal, the way is you show that A is a subset of this, and you show that B intersection Y is a subset of A, and from both the equations we can say that both are equal. Okay, so let us first prove that A is a subset of B intersection Y. Right? For that, let us take one point in A. Okay, now we have to show that this x belongs to Y. That is very much clear, and it belongs to x difference U. Right? There are two ways. So let us take x belongs to A. Now we have to show that x belongs to Y, and that is very simple because since A is a subset of Y, right? This already we have assumed, and x belongs to A implies x will belongs to Y, because A is a subset of Y. You have a point in A, so obviously that point will be in the superset, that is Y. So one point is done. Secondly, we have since this x belongs to A, this will imply this x will not belongs to our Y difference A. Right? Remember, your x is in Y. That's we already proved. Now, what is Y difference A? Y difference A is Y intersection U here. From this equation, you can say that Y difference A is Y intersection U. So let me write this is equals to Y intersection U. So x does not belongs to Y intersection U means x is not in U, because we already know that x belongs to Y, and if x belongs to U, then x will belongs to Y intersection U, which is not possible from here. So x does not belong to U, and if x does not belong to U, that implies this x will belong to its complement x difference U, and precisely we know that x difference U is nothing but B, right? That is, this x will belong to B. So here we stated that x belongs to Y, here we stated that x belongs to B. This implies x belongs to B intersection Y, and therefore E is a subset of B intersection Y. We have taken some point in A and we showed that that point is in B intersection Y. So A is a subset of B intersection Y, and let us take this to be equation number 1. Similarly, now we have to show that this is a subset of E. Let us do that. So for that, let us take a point in that Y be a point in B intersection Y. We have to show that this Y is in A. Alright. Now this implies, since this Y is in the intersection, this implies this Y will be in B and this Y will be in Y. Okay. Now this Y belongs to B implies what? This implies Y belongs to B. What is B? We have taken our B to be x difference U. Okay. So this implies our Y belongs to x difference U, and this is not actually required, but let us write that y belongs to Y. Now since this Y belongs to x difference U, this will imply that Y does not belong to U, because you are removing the points from x which are in U, and then Y belongs to that point means this Y will not be in U. So if Y is not in U, obviously that Y cannot belong to the intersection of U intersection Y. Doesn't matter what set you are taking that set, since this point is not in this set, it cannot be in any of the intersection, no matter what set you are taking. And this implies our Y will not belong to U intersection Y, and we have taken that U intersection Y U intersection Y to be Y difference A. So this implies Y does not belong to Y difference A, and if Y does not belong to Y difference A, this implies Y will belong to A. Okay, because y is already y, in y is there, y belongs to y, and this y does not belong to y difference a. So obviously that y is in a, and hence we are removing that from y difference a. So we are getting that y belongs to a, and hence this implies we have taken a point in b intersection y. We showed that that point is in a. This implies b intersection y is a subset of a. This is equation number 2 from 1, and 2 we will get a is equals to b intersection y, and we have already stated that our b x difference c is closed, that means b is closed, that is this implies b is closed in x. So here we have stated we have shown that a is equals to b intersection y, and this b is closed in x. This was our assumption. A is closed in y. We showed that there exists a closed set which is B, says that A can be written as B intersection y. That is our first part. Right? Conversely, because it's a if and only statement, you have to show the converse parts too. So let us go for the converse part. Let me change the color for converse. Conversely, what is the converse part? We have to show that there exists. We have to assume that there exists a closed set B in X such that A equals to B intersection Y, and then we have to show that A is closed in Y. Okay. So conversely, let us take a closed set. Let C be closed in X such that we can write A as Y intersection C. Okay, let us again draw the diagram. From diagram, some almost half of the proof will be over. Understanding. Let us take this to be X. Let us take this to be Y, and let's take something red color. Let us take, now we have taken C as which is a closed in X, and we are writing A as Y intersection C. For simplicity, let us take our A to be here, and A is Y intersection C, and C is a subset of X here. So Y intersection, so you should not, that C should not contain any point over here, so should be outside. So that C, this, so C should be outside somewhere here, right? This is C. Okay. So this is the situation. You have a whole space X, then we have a subset of X, that is Y. In Y we have a subset A, and we are writing A as Y, this is the green part, intersection with C, which is a white part. Okay, and now we have to show that this A is closed in Y. Okay, that is our aim now. So always remember what is your aim. Without aim you should not proceed, in fact. So now since this C is closed in X, and by using the definition of closed set, this implies, let me write, since the C is closed in X, this implies its complement is open in X, in fact. So X difference C is open in our claim, or to show that C is, or not C, A, to show that A is closed in Y. And when this A will be closed in Y, that is, you have to show that Y difference A is open in Y, and we already know how to show that something is open. Okay, so now we have to show that y difference A is open. Let me I don't know which color to take now. We already exhausted the colors. Okay, let me just say it here. Now y difference A is this part. Let me use the green. Y difference A is this part. Okay, now we have to show that this is open in subspace topology. Again, very important, in subspace topology. This set will be open in subspace topology provided you can find an open set in the whole space such that you can write this set as Y intersection that open set. So you can think what open set you will take. You can look at the diagram, you can see, you can imagine what open set you will take. And again, you remember that this C is closed and we already written that its complement is open, and precisely that complement will work as the required open set. Let me shade the portion. This is X, this is C, so X difference C will be this part, everything outside the white part. This is not included. C is not included. You are taking the complement of C. Okay. So if you take this complement which is open, and you have to write this part as Y intersection the open set, and of course this shaded part will work out, will help us to get that open set, and in fact that is the open set. Okay. So let us claim, and we will prove that the claim is also true. Claim Y difference A, which we have to show that it's open, is nothing but Y intersection complement of C. And if you show this, if you manage to show this, then this is open set. So you are writing one set in Y which is intersection of Y and some open set. That means this is open, and if this is open, then its complement is closed, and the complement of this Y difference A is closed in the subspace topology Y, and you are done with your statement. Okay, again there are two sets. We have to show that both sets are same. So take a point in one space, one set, and show that that point is in the other set. So let us start with this first. So let us take some points. Say A belongs to Y difference A. Take a point here. So this implies this A belongs to Y, right? If A does not belongs to Y, then it cannot be in the Y difference A. So A belongs to this, and of course A belongs to Y, and this A will not belong to A, because if A belongs to A, then that A will be removed from this set, and then this A cannot belong to Y difference A. So since we have taken this A belongs to Y difference A, this A cannot be in A. Okay, this implies this A cannot belong to Y intersection C. Check out what is C. C is a closed set here, right? So Y belongs to A, and sorry, A belongs to Y, and A does not belong to A. That implies this A cannot belongs to does not belong to Y intersection C. What is the reasoning for this? The reasoning for this is your assumption. Your assumption is C is a closed set such that A is equals to Y intersection C. So if A does not belongs to A, that implies this A will not belong to the Y intersection C. Okay, that means this A will not be in Y, as well as, or maybe it does not belong to C, so it is not in Y, and hence this A does not belong to Y intersection C. So if Y does not belong to C, Y intersection C, this implies this A cannot be in C, and if this A cannot be in C, obviously is in X. This implies A will belong to X difference C, right? And here we have already stated that this this A is in Y, and here we have proved that this A belongs to X difference C. This implies this A belongs to Y intersection X difference C, and hence we have taken a point in Y difference A. So this implies Y difference A is a subset of Y intersection X difference C. And let us take that to be our equation number, I think 1, 2 have taken, so 3. Now let us take a point here. Let some B belongs to Y. This B belongs to Y. Okay, that is a converse part. No, Y, B belongs to Y intersection X difference C. So let us take a point over here. Now we have to show that this Y belongs to Y difference C. Okay, of course this B belongs to Y, that is understood. This implies B belongs to Y, and also this B belongs to X difference C. So keep this point in mind, this B belongs to Y. Now we will show that this B belongs to B does not belongs to A. If you show that B does not belongs to A, then B is in Y, B is not in A, so obviously B will be in Y difference A. That is our aim now. Let us take from this now. Okay, so since B belongs to X difference C, this implies this B will not belong to C, and of course this B is in X. Okay, whole space X. Now if B does not belong to C, that implies B will not belong to Y intersection C, because it's not in C, it cannot be in the intersection. And of course we know what is Y intersection C. Y intersection C is A, so this implies B does not belong to A, and if B does not belong to A, this implies, here I will write B belongs to Y and B does not belong to A, implies B belongs to Y difference E, right? And this implies we have taken a point in Y intersection X difference C, and we showed that this point is in Y difference A. Let us take this as equation number 4 from 3 and 4. From 3 and 4 we will get X difference C intersection Y is same as Y intersection Y difference A. Hence the claim, we have claimed something and we have proved the claim, right? Now this implies this is open, right? So this implies Y difference A is open in Y, because we have written Y difference A as Y intersection some open set in X. So this implies Y difference A is open in Y, and this implies since this is open, its complement is closed in Y and its complement in Y is A, so A is closed in Y. So this will complete our theorem. Here we have assumed that C is closed in X, we have assumed that we can write this A as this, and then we have showed that A is closed in Y. That completes our code. Okay, now remember certain points. If we have a set, if we have a space X, if we have a subset Y of X, which we have a subspace topology, and A is a subset of X, subset of Y. Now it may happen that A is open in Y, but A need not be open in X. I repeat, it may be like A is open in Y in a subspace topology, but this A need not be open in X. Similarly, this A may be closed in Y, but it need not be closed in Y. But of course, yes, if this y is open, then y is open and a is open in y, then of course a will be open in x. And secondly, if y is closed, subset of x, then a is closed in y, then of course a will be closed in x. That we will take as a theorem. Okay, you can prove that. So let's take one example and complete this part. Let us take x to be R, of course with the Euler topology Ru, and let us take a subset y of x. So let us take open set 0, 1. Now since y is subspace, y will be open in itself as well as it is closed in itself. So since y is a subspace, since we have this y as a subspace, and y, this implies y, which is 0, 1, is closed in y, because whole space is open as well as closed in the space, right? But if you see, if you take this open interval 0, 1, this is not closed in x. This is not closed in x. You can check. This will be closed provided its complement is open. And if you see the complement will be minus infinity to 0, which is closed 0, union closed 1 to infinity, and that is not open set, because you cannot find a neighborhood around 0, or you cannot find a neighborhood around 1. So this is not closed in x. It's not open, so the complement is not open. If it is closed, then the complement has to be open, which is not true, right? So this is not closed in x. But if you see, this y is open in a subspace, and again this set is open in x, right? Open interval 0, 1 is also open in the whole space R, of course with the Euler topology. Okay, so the examples you can work out. Let me take in a product topology. If A is closed in x and this B is closed in y, then when you take the product, then A cross B is closed in x cross y, right? We are not dealing with the subspace topology now here. It is straightforward. We have two topological spaces, x and y. We have A as a subset of x and B as a subset of y, which are closed. Then you take the cross product of it, A cross B, that will be a closed subset of x plus y. Again I repeat, we are not dealing with the subspace topology here. But very interestingly, let me put that result as a theorem. Just now I have stated that let y be a subspace of x. Now if A is closed in y and y is closed in x, then A is closed in x. The proof is very simple. Okay, so here let me as a hint, we have a set x, we have a subset y of x, and we have a subset E of y. This is open in x, and this is open, not open. Okay, we will deal with open also. Open in y. Okay, now we have to show that this A is open in x. Okay, and secondly, you take this open in x, sorry, not open, closed in x. So we have y closed in x, we have A closed in Y, then we have to show that A is closed in X. Why this is true? You can work out, take some time. Now, anyways, I will leave this as an exercise. You can solve. In the next video, we can check how or why it is so. So let us rewind what we have done today in this video. We have taken this proof. Let me just remove this diagram, that is not required. We have taken this theorem and we have shown that set A is closed in Y if and only if there exists a closed set B in X, such that you can write that A as B intersection Y. And since it's a if and only if statement, we have proved that in both ways. Okay, this is the converse part and the previously is the direct part. And then we have taken 1-2 examples. Try to prove this theorem. Okay. So we will see in the next video how we define the closure of a set. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.